And we're live, and we're going to play some shit because, I wasn't already immediately ready to play these things, but now I am, so here you go.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen,
hello, everyone. I'm Matt.
And we're the monsters.
We're the monsters.
Almost, you almost had it. Like that was the closest.
Hey, I was counting that time, okay?
It was too. I think we just need to work on how we count next. But like that was the closest. I'm proud of us. Let's start off with saying. Go ahead.
You got a camera. You could give me like a visual cue.
You can't see me.
I can see you.
Well, I mean, yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I guess so. I'll work on that. I'll be like, how about that?
There you go. Don't make it so damn obvious.
How's it going, Steph? How's it? Hey, Tom Dog, and hello, glorious misconception of madness.
Hello, everyone.
So, as usual, this is our wonderful wrestling show. This is our part of the end of our 2-part special to kind of fix some scheduling issues, and plus we wanted to do a draft, which we'll get more into later. But for now, Matt, what we got going on, man?
Before we get off into counteraction, we've got some Dreadmere news.
Ooh, finally. We've been waiting for this.
So, it was Thursday, right before Backlash.
Okay.
Another Dreadmere video was dropped. And the first person they show is brother Eric Rowan.
Welcome home.
He did resign last week.
Yeah.
And we got some more Braun Strowman pictures and video clips. And the main focus for the rest of it after those two was all Alexa Bliss.
Wait 1 second. Is that official? Because I've been seeing some different people were official.
Yeah, I saw a list of 5 people official.
I've seen Joe Gacy's face. I'm pretty sure it was Joe Gacy.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that's official.
I didn't see Braun or Alexa on the list, though.
No, I saw it with Nikki Cross.
Yeah, originally it was Nikki Cross, and there was no Braun. So, like, is this now, like, new official with Braun? And
well, I think the Dreadmere stuff is still, like, rumors and stuff like that. Like, the official, if I remember right, the official list is Bo Dallas, Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan, Nikki Cross. And was it Braun? I think it was Braun. No, Dexter Lumis.
Yep, it was Dexter Lumis. Yep. That's why I'm trying to figure out like what's actually real and what isn't here because
yeah. Well, I mean that's the thing. They need to keep people on their toes and guessing and stuff like that. Like one of the best things. I know I'm probably jumping ahead talking Backlash. One of the best things is who the hell saw Tongaloa, debuting at Backlash. Like nobody even knew he signed with the company.
Yeah.
So keeping people surprised is what's going to make wrestling more interesting again.
Yeah, that is true. Brings it back to the part of the Attitude era that we always talk about that we love.
I mean, one of the best things from the 90s, that first Nitro. You're watching over the weekend on Challenge on Superstars and Challenge. You're watching Lex Luger wrestle that first Monday night. Lex Luger walks out, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yep, pretty much. So what are you thinking on this, Matt? Like, I mean, I feel like Eric Rowan. I mean, he's on the list that everybody is seeing with all those QR codes, but like, I kind of feel like we need Braum and Alexa back.
Yeah, it's just kind of too sweet to see Braun Strowman just make his return back and have him not do anything at all.
Right.
And Alexa's supposed to be coming back soon. Like she's been cleared for months. I just don't know what they're gonna do with her.
Right. It's like what were they waiting on? And it seems weird that Rowan just gets signed back in. Braum's back. Alexa's coming back any second now, and it's like them and Bo would be 4 already.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of perfect, and it's funny to see Nikki Cross on the list because we were talking about previously about who could fill this out if Alexa Bliss comes back, and I mentioned that it would be really cool to get Nikki Cross. That way they could have a female tag, so this one stable could technically hold all the belts if they had a female tag in. And I was talking about all the the history of them as a tag team. So I feel like I get Nikki. Nikki would really kind of be perfect to bring in with her.
Yeah, and I hate the speculation all over social media about this is going to be like LOD 2.0 and stuff like that. No, whole different thing. We've never seen Bo Dallas start a faction or have anything to do with any factions. He's always been on his own.
Well, I mean, he was Captain Howdy there at the end.
Yeah.
Or Uncle Howdy, sorry, Captain
And
Howdy.
And then the Miz Triage, which was absolutely garbage.
Yeah.
Okay, for starters, I wouldn't listen to social media because I think, and I'm going to start AEW bashing early. AEW has proven that you should never, ever, ever, ever listen to the IWC. Like ever. These guys, they're never patient. It's always well. This guy just lost. Well, yeah, because your favorites can't win every single match.
Sure.
It just can't happen. This guy's not being used. Why? Because he doesn't have a title. Just the IWC will always be the IWC. Half of them are trolling. Most of them like to pretend they know what they're talking about, but at the end of the day, they really don't.
Right.
Like the second it comes back, day one, they're going to be, oh, this is stupid. Did you give it some time to work out? Or are you just assuming that because you saw him for 5 seconds?
Not to toot our horn, but I feel like we've been a better representation of the fans and what's going on in the wrestling world than a lot of these bigger shows have been.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and that's one of the other problems with the IWC is that they don't understand how small of a portion of the wrestling base they really are. They're not the masses. The masses are your casual fans.
Yeah.
That don't go online and don't read wrestling 24/7. That don't watch like every 50 minute, 500 hours of wrestling per week.
And that's me. Like I used to be like very obsessed, and after my injury and I couldn't be a wrestler anymore, I still watch and I watch all the pay-per-views, I watch some shows, I watch some things online, but like I don't give a shit about people talking about it for the most part. Like I want to experience it and I want to draw my own conclusion. But then you've also got the side of me that's the writer that understands how storyline and pacing works and things like that. Which is what I've come to love the most about wrestling.
Well, and I think a lot of the IWC also got spoiled these past 10, 15 years to where they don't well, I'm trying to say they're used to getting it right away. Vince, when he was booking and that, did not wait. He didn't, give it time or anything like that. It was, no, we're going to do this. It's going to be at this next pay-per-view, so we can go ahead and move along to something else. There's a reason the Bloodline storyline worked out so well. And it's because they didn't rush it.
Yeah.
There's a reason why WrestleMania 40 ended the way it did, and basically almost perfection.
It did.
And it's because they didn't didn't end it last year like the IWC wanted them to. They gave it another year, and you get probably one of the greatest WrestleMania endings of all time.
Oh yeah.
And like what you were saying, like the IWC, they're telling fans what fans should want instead of listening to what fans want. So a lot of people were pissed. We're getting progressively pissed on how far, how long that storyline was taking because it was just taking too long and it was old and tired. But the thing is, like, even I got a little frustrated once in a while because they would repeat pieces of the storyline, like, on random occasion. But, like, the pacing of that, like, well, it could have been tightened up a little bit in story, was actually kind of nice. Like, once you see the ending and you can actually look back on it, it's a lot better being able to look back on it than it was at times when it was happening. But we really didn't need people, like the IWC telling us what was wrong with it or what we shouldn't like about it. We should have been able to draw our own conclusions.
Well, and that's also a big problem with the IWC is that they'll state their opinions, but they'll state it as fact.
Right, exactly, and that's the problem.
That's one of the most annoying things about the IWC is just because you think it doesn't make it fact. Like the whole thing with when they sit again, AEW bashing, plug your ears. How they sit and say AEW is the greatest wrestlers in the world. Okay, that's an opinion. That's not a fact. There's no verifiable information that shows that it's a fact.
True.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, AEW has a lot of amazing fucking wrestlers and legends in their company. 100%. You cannot take that from them. A lot of feds out there, WWE, obviously, but there are other feds that also have a lot of great legendary fucking wrestlers. The thing that I feel that I love about what Levesque, H is doing is that he's saying, okay, yeah, let's be honest, we are the top dogs because we're the longest running, we're the most popular, the most televised, but it's time that we also start sharing the spotlight with a lot of other federations through these deals that we feel you should be paying just as much attention to, which is something we could not have really honestly had at all during the McMahon era.
Yeah.
And AEW is still stuck in the McMahon era, frame of mind where we're the best and, fuck everybody else. I mean, I'm not saying they are, it's just how it's not a fact, it's an opinion. It's how it comes across with a lot of their promotions and a lot of what Khan says.
They're stuck in that early 2000s WCW, that right at the end phase, where and as much as I love Tony Schiavone, I grew up with Tony Schiavone on Saturday nights with on TBS with NWA, with World Championship Wrestling and that growing up. That got really fucking annoying back in the 90s when every single moment was the greatest moment in wrestling history.
Yep.
And now we're getting the same thing. We're being told by the IWC is telling us that Daniel Bryan or Brian Danielson, Daniel Bryan, whatever, and Will Ospreay is the greatest match of all time. How? Who says who? Like you can have that opinion, that's fine, but I don't have to agree with it.
Yeah. And that brings us to a point from Glorious Misconception of Madness. My favorite part about this show is we all have our own opinion and we can look at both of our opinions and the facts and enjoy it all together. And exactly, because that's what Matt brought us together for. That's the whole thing here, man.
And it's fine. Like if you have a different opinion from someone, guess what? That isn't the end of the world.
Yeah, and
that doesn't mean we can't be friends. It's like if you talk on the IWC and you have the different opinion from somebody, it's like, oh, we got to fucking fight now.
Yeah.
Why? Because I don't like Will Ospreay.
Whereas the three of us, we want your opinions because we just want to talk about something we love and are passionate about with other people. And when you have the differing opinions, it can actually be fun to go back and forth if you make it fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. But I know I think I just got it way off topic, though.
That's what we do. It's okay. The whole network is built by squirrels, so.
Okay.
Let's see. Since we just got done repping up the Dreadbear stuff, go on to our buddy Cody Rhodes. Right before the Friday before Backlash, AJ and Cody have the promo. It was a great promo. At the end, Cody's like, beating you will be too sweet, and then he held up the too sweet sign.
Yeah.
And then AJ put it back up and smacked the shit out of him, just like Rock did.
Cody's very slappable, and he pulls it off very well.
Yeah.
He does have a very slappable face, though. We all got to admit that.
I love the guy, but he does, and like he pulls it off so well, man. Like he sells stuff well.
When he was in AEW, he made some very questionable tweets about certain things that you just like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? So yeah, I get wanting to slap him over and over and over again.
And then we lead into the Backlash match, which, man, they had a really good match.
Yeah. That was that's definitely match of the year candidate right there, because it was fantastic.
Like the transitions and the excitement, the crowd, it was just beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
And I think one of the biggest things, what made the match so good too, is there were moments where I think we all knew Cody wasn't dropping the belt already. He's not going to drop the belt, the first show.
Yeah.
But there were moments in that match where like, oh, AJ might pull this off.
Yeah, there was. Oh crap! It was the. Did he ever end up hitting him with the Styles Clash?
I don't remember. I don't think so, though. I think the closest it was the Burning Hammer that almost got it. And then Cody kicked out at fucking 1.
Oh yeah, because he hulked up.
Oh yeah, hardcore.
And you really don't see that anymore, so I like that he's bringing that back.
Oh yeah, big time, man.
Oh, I think they've loosened up the moves, the band moves. Now that Vince is gone, now they're allowed to say the word wrestling again. I mean, has anybody else besides me noticed the change in Michael Cole?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was so fucking annoying for about 15 years there. And now I think he's amazing now.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't have Vince in his ear yelling at him constantly, advertise this, talk about this charity, talk about that. Yeah. But no, AJ and Cody was amazing.
And I don't really like Corey Graves as a commentary, but Wade Barrett for some reason is really good on commentary.
Oh yeah, he's really coming into his own, man.
Corey was okay when he. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Was it Corey was okay doing color commentary? I don't like him. I don't like him as play-by-play.
Correct.
Yeah.
I agree with you there. And honestly, like, I'm not a giant Corey Graves fan. There's a lot of things that he has said and done in his personal life and tweets and things he's made, including comments about female announcers and a lot of other stuff in the past that I did not appreciate him saying. So that's colored a lot of how I feel about the work that he does on camera, I guess, is, a lot of his opinions that were made public a while back.
Yeah.
It irritated me quite a bit. Like, how are you going to say that, I didn't want to get into everything he said. Look it up for yourselves, guys, and make your own opinions. And maybe he's changed his stance since I saw all that a couple years back. It's possible that he did. And if he did, good. I like to think that people can change and get smarter over time. But until I see something that says that he changed his stance on that, I don't like the guy all that much.
Raz, you're going against the IWC. Everybody's the same their entire lives, according to them. Nobody changes.
Man, I know, but like, it makes me mad, man. Like, I'm going to be honest. Some of the best refs we have in WWE right now are the female refs. I'm going to say it straight up. They will get in your face. They will pull you aside. They are more active than a lot of the guys are. They are fucking killing it. And if that does not prove on the grandest stage of all that females don't have a place being refs or announcers, we have amazing announcers, like ring announcers, and it's the time, man. It's time.
Both shows are about to have female announcers because the NXT girl got called up.
Yep, and I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell they're doing with Mike Rome, but
and not just female announcers, women of color. We just took a step and blew right past it, which is also fucking amazing, man. Like, some people are saying it's representation for the sake of representation, but if you really look at it, everyone there has earned their fucking spot. There is no anything for the sake of anything. It's these people in these positions have earned their spot and they deserve to be there.
Yeah, honestly, Samantha Urban's probably my favorite ring announcer since the Fink.
Yeah,
Honestly, yeah.
she's so unique in some of the ways that she says these wrestlers' names. It's you barely see it anymore.
Yeah. And her excitement while she's like building up to right before she opens her mouth to while she's talking to her excitement after she does the announcement, like that gets me fired up and the match hasn't even fucking started yet.
Well, I mean, again, going back to WrestleMania, one of the more iconic moments at the end of that match was her voice breaking because, the emotions got to her at the end of that match for Cody winning, and she could barely say that, announce the winner.
Mhm.
And that added to everything else that was going on.
It
Oh
did.
yeah,
It's so much, man. And another thing that me and Michelle have been noticing a lot of, a while back, years back, Vince banned a lot of words that took
Yes.
away the illusion of what he was doing. And when he made this ban list, here's where I both liked and disliked the ban list. I didn't like it because he made it sports entertainment and not wrestling. So I don't like that he made it because he turned wrestling into like solely entertainment and not professional wrestling. But because he did that, the list makes sense. Because when you do haunts, when you do theater, there are words and things you don't say to point out that there's things behind the show. And that logic makes sense if you look at it that way. Again, wrestling should have never been made into that. But
No.
because it was, this list made sense for that. But now that we're back on track to being professional wrestling, to being what it's supposed to have been in the first place, I like seeing that those words are being used again. A lot of backlash, they kept saying belt.
Yeah.
That was a banned word. Title is what you heard for so long, but now we're saying belts again. And it's even little details like that that a lot of us are noticing. And the comeback for what professional wrestling, it's like they paused. WWE paused what professional wrestling was to go into this entertainment thing. And now we've hit the unpause button. And that button pause happened around the Attitude Era. So it's like we're finally back, but we're discarding the bullshit that was done by someone else that made no sense, and we're back to professional wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly. It got annoying. It really did get annoying. Like and then on top of that, if you notice that the wrestlers are interacting more with the fans, and look what's happening, the stadiums are full again.
and they're getting fined.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, it's like almost, hey, we're having fucking fun. Let's go to wrestling again.
Yep. And during Backlash, they came out and said, "Oh, since you guys can't get your shit together and let us even start the match, it's no disqualification." What do? They took the fight right into the fucking audience, just right into the audience. I was like, finally. But notice how no one got glass exploded in their face during this. Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, now there's a warning before the show that totally exonerates AEW, because that will totally hold up in a court of law. Hint, hint. No, it will not.
No.
You can put that warning. It doesn't matter what business you're in. You can put a warning like that up all you want. But if it comes down to the negligence of the employee or of the company, you're still liable.
How about we just not have dangerous things that close to the audience that can hurt them so they can enjoy themselves watching the show?
How about we not try to fucking kill ourselves?
That would be nice too.
I mean,
why is 65-year-old Sting taking fucking huge bumps for his last match? I mean, I guess it's for his last
because
match.
He wants to.
God damn.
In his case, though, it's because he wants to. Look at Mick Foley. Mick Foley has announced that he's coming back for one more match, and it's going to be a death match. It was going to be this year, but he didn't like the way that his weight and his health was ramping up because he's working really hard on it right now. So he said, "You know what? I'm doing this, but I need a little bit more time than I thought. So we're going to try and move that to next year. But I'm still doing it because I want to go out in a blaze of glory." And I think you should be able to choose as a wrestler when you go out. If you can move well enough to do another match and you want to go out in that blaze, you should be allowed to do so within reason. Maybe not how Ric Flair did it. I don't feel he was ready.
He had a heart attack in the middle of the match.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I think with his health, I get that he wanted to go out that way, but you have to know yourself well enough. You know what I mean? Like you got to, because that it's not just you that's getting hurt. It's the people. If you die during a match, if he did die during that, imagine how everyone involved would have felt,
Yeah.
and how that would have like fucked them for life.
And that
Yeah.
annoys the ever-loving piss out of me. Vader said it. Flair both said it. You know, Flair said it. They're both like, well, I want to die in the ring. I don't want to fucking see that.
Yeah, and the audience. Let's think about the audience. I mean, not to bring up tough times, but one of the things that affected me the most about wrestling was Owen. Because when I was watching that pay-per-view, they did not. They caught it before they thought to pull away, before they thought to pull the cameras away.
He fell during the promo. They were running the promo, like the interview he did earlier in the night, and they just never went to the match. Thank God, or the ring. Thank God.
They did go to the ring. If you look at the original footage from the original pay-per-view, there for a brief moment they actually went to the ring. It was not meant to happen. It was a complete accident. They actually went to a view of what was going on for like a brief second, and then popped right back over and said, "We don't want to show this." And it was because the guy up in the booth pressed the button to switch over to the cue based on his cue sheet, and then they overrode it really quick. But it was enough.
Yeah.
And it was also really easy to cut out for any replay, for replays of it and streaming.
Well, not only
that fucked me.
Yeah, it fucked everybody up that night. Like, that's one of the things where it's like, I understand you want to give everybody a show, but how about we not go on after someone potentially died in the ring, especially when you get the word that, hey, the dude is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing what down in Mexico where Rey Mysterio goes to hit that he hits the trip into the rope, and the guy hit the rope too hard or something like that, and I guess it snapped his neck.
Yep.
It sucks. You don't want to be there for that.
You don't.
You don't want to be there when someone gets injured, and unfortunately, that's just a part of the show.
Yeah.
But the last thing you want to do is be there when someone dies.
Yeah. So you have an onus on you as a wrestler to know that if you're not ready and you think you could potentially die in the ring, think of not just that, but think of your family who's going to know this was televised or whatever. That there's going to be an audience to your death. Think about your fellow wrestlers, the staff, the audience, and just don't do it.
And on top of that, I don't know about you, but every time I go to a wrestling show, every time I see kids in the arena or in this
it's a family thing for a lot of
time.
people.
So yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know you want to die in the ring, but can we not do it in front of my 5-year-old?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to leave lasting damage forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
bring us back to reality here, Matt.
Well, we got a lot of rants tonight.
Yeah, we're very wordy today, which is not bad. Not bad.
So that sums up Cody Rhodes. We're moving over to main event Jey Uso, who did not wrestle on SmackDown because he's a Raw guy.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that match with Damian Priest at Backlash, which, holy shit, it was probably my favorite match of the night.
It was a damn good one. A damn good match, man.
Even with all the drama and everything with Judgment Day and
yeah, I think it's safe to say Judgment Day's breaking up.
Oh yeah, I've been calling that for a bit, man, and that was if it's not going to happen after this, it's not going to happen. It's too perfect.
It needs to. I think Damian's going to turn face. Balor and JD are going to go to the tag team division, which sucks because I want Balor's so good and has potential to be a main event guy again.
He does,
but there's just no room for him right now.
Well, I mean, maybe moving him to the tag team division for a little bit. Yeah. It will give him the refresh that he needs to get him pumped back up again.
And they got to do something with JD because he's not by himself. He's not over. I don't know what they're going to do with Dom when he comes back, but I'm pretty sure it's going to have something to do with Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm. They got plenty they can do with everybody except for JD, in my opinion. Like, JD's the only guy that there's a few guys that are just like JD. He's not I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler because he's not a bad wrestler. He's a decent
No.
guy. It's just outside of being that random guy in the back of a stable, there's just not a lot they can do with him at the moment without some redeveloping.
Did you know that Edge was never supposed to actually leave Judgment Day?
I do
It
know
was
that.
because Randy Orton got injured, so they needed a big baby face. So that's why Finn Balor took over and they turned it. I just found that out earlier on today.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was a lot of information. Even there was some about it then, but a lot of that's been coming out lately. And that was one thing that I'd said all along, that it actually made no sense at all to give it over to Finn, because Finn's a great guy and he's awesome, but you need someone like Edge, because that was kind of a throwback to the Brood a little bit without the weird vampire angle. It was a throwback to the Brood. And not having a face that everybody feels comfortable with, that knows how to run, a tag team or a stable. None of those guys really truly had, in my opinion, the power to do that with the WWE fans. I mean, I know Finn did a lot with the Bullet Club. He's led plenty of things outside of WWE, but let's be honest, a lot of people that watch WWE don't know the history of these wrestlers. They don't know a lot, or they don't know about or watch a lot of the other feds. Like, even I am guilty of not watching a lot of things that I should outside of things to know. Like, there are things you guys both know about more than I do because of that.
Yeah. And you're good. You're good, Stephen. Go on.
I was gonna say I think it actually helped them getting Edge out of Judgment Day, because they moved up to the top of the card. I mean, for a year there, they were the main event heels of Raw. Now a lot of that has to do with Dominic and Rhea.
And I mean, let's be honest. Without Dom and Rhea, and I mean, eventually Damien, but without them, Judgment Day would have just completely fucking fallen apart when Edge left. And it was
100%.
only because of drama and storylining and happenstance that it had any staying power.
True.
Oh yeah, and that's what's happening to the Judgment Day now, and that's why they're getting kind of boring. It's like, well, we only really cared about Rhea and Dominic. Can we bring them back yet?
Yeah, I mean, at least they're giving us reasons to love Damien, and I'd like Damien for a while now. I've been saying, it was time for him to be able to get out there and show what he could do, because he's capable of a lot. That guy, he's amazing.
Oh,
and that Backlash costume, oh my fucking god, dude! His costume, if you look at it, is a Hell Priest costume from Hellraiser.
Nice.
It's like a combination of the Hell Priest meets Druid Undertaker. That's what his whole Backlash costume was, and that fucking excited the shit out of me, man.
Well, there's a reason they call him BDSM Undertaker.
Yep. Yeah. But I mean, I think they could bill him as, I don't think he's gonna go face. I feel like he's gonna hit that neutral territory.
I think he'll be the face, but he'll be the badass, like Stone Cold Steve Austin face, where he you're cheering for me, but I really don't give a shit that you're cheering for me.
Yeah. See, to me, Stone Cold was that neutral territory.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where a lot of people were. A lot of people have hit that. They're the good guy or the bad guy. They don't give a fuck about good and bad. They do what needs to be done, and they go in and do it. Just period.
Steve Austin was that anomaly as well. There, that
he was.
He, they wanted him to be booed. They wanted him to be the heel, but the fans are like, "No, fuck you. We love this guy. This guy's awesome. Oh, we beat his boss up. Hell yeah!"
I mean, Roman, before the Bloodline story, he was a neutral dude. He came in, even after Shield. He came out, he did what he fucking wanted to do. People booed him, people cheered him. He did not give a shit. And Undertaker literally left him his kit in the ring.
Yeah.
I think if that could be done differently now, I think it would have been left to Damien.
Which I think is we're getting to the point where I do believe you're still going to have faces and, baby faces and heels, but I think we're starting to move away from that. To where people are going to cheer and boo for who they like and who they want. The Rock still gets a massive pop when he comes out.
Oh yeah.
Sure, he's the heel, he's the bad guy, and he's because once he starts talking, it's like, oh yeah, fuck this guy. But he's still got the best entrance.
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
He's still one of the best on the mic.
Yeah.
To wrap up Jey Uso's storyline a little bit here, actually, and rope in Damian Priest, since we're talking about him, so the Monday after Backlash, Damien comes out and is shooting a promo, basically saying like, "Oh, you guys love main event Jey Uso, but look who's still the champion." And he sees JD and Finn in the ring, and he says, things got a little heated at Backlash, and kind of he just fully apologizes to him, and they hug it out in the ring, and even slinged up Dom gets in the hug. So I still think there's ripples, but Damien showing his true character right there is just a true champion. He wanted to win without Judgment Day, but he still got the help. So he still wanted to help to say thank you to them, but in my opinion, he honestly most of the time won it pretty fair and square. Besides those couple times where Finn and JD got involved, I feel like he still won it pretty fair and square.
Yeah. I think he might even issue you like give him another shot. Like, hey, you're right. I didn't win how I wanted to win. Let's do this match again, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And then ban, Judgment Day. And it would be a good way to end
that happen.
It would be a good way to end Judgment Day because he's like, hey, I don't want you guys there. And like maybe even Damien finds a way to disinclude them, which then pisses them off more.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see because I know Jey Uso is still in the King of the Ring tournament. I think he loses the next match. Could be Judgment Day getting involved or anything else, But then we had that tease also with Backlash with the Bloodline coming in and staring him down.
Yeah.
Then there is LA Knight, who had a great match against Angel Garza to qualify for the King of the Ring tournament on Friday before Backlash. And he's been really quiet since. We'll probably see him this Friday. Well, obviously because he's in the tournament, but he's just doing LA Knight things. And man, London loves LA Knight.
Oh yeah.
Did you mean Leon?
Yeah, Leon.
Oh yeah. Wow, that was a big explosion of sound.
LA Knight, I like I've said before, he needs to start. I think he'd be great if he started doing the Stone Cold thing, and I think they missed their opportunity with the AJ Styles feud because of how AJ Styles was ducking him and everything like that. He should have pulled the Austin stuff where he just comes out to like I said before, comes out to the ring, puts a chair in the ring, and says, "I ain't going anywhere.
Yeah,
I'm not going anywhere until AJ gets his little scrawny little ass out here."
Right.
And they didn't do something like that, which would have been great. It's easy to do, and that's like 2 segments right there. Boom.
Yeah.
I feel like their feud is nowhere near being done yet.
There's no way it is, man.
I think we'll see a few more matches, but I think the initial feud is done right now. Otherwise, I think LA Knight would have showed up in France. But I'm glad he didn't because that match, that would have been a travesty to have that match end in a DQ or a clusterfuck finish.
Yeah.
I feel like LA Knight has too much respect for Cody Rhodes to do that.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, LA, he needs to start pulling the Austin stuff where he just comes out, beats the hell out of people and leaves. Cuts his promo and leaves. That's what could make a star.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Literally just walk out, beat the shit out of Angel Garza, pin him, and then walk back. There's a reason everybody loves Kevin Owens so much,
True.
and it's because he's a badass.
And it's
Owens
cool you're
is
talking
really
about.
the.
Go ahead.
He's like the second coming of Stone Cold, especially after that WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
And I wish, going back to what we were talking about earlier with IWC and other people like that, stop saying that Owens is going to go elsewhere. Owens isn't going anywhere. We know his contract's coming up soon, but he's going to stay right where he is.
He said he
yeah.
was. He said he was staying.
Exactly.
He said the only way he's going to leave, and I got so much shit from somebody. They tried to give me shit, but I was like, dude, it's right there. He said it himself.
Yeah.
That unless WWE doesn't make him an offer, he's not going anywhere.
And there's no way they're not going to make him an offer. I mean, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, RKO is just way too over right now.
Right, like way too fucking over, man.
And that's the thing, Sammy, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Balor, they're all WWE lifers now.
Oh yeah.
McIntyre, AJ's already, because I know AJ Styles' contract's coming up again soon, but he's already flat out said he's not going to sign another one. So this could be like what we're watching now could be the last, the last of it for AJ.
Oh yeah.
He's in his 40s, which in wrestling terms is pretty old. So I think when he signs another contract, it'll be to be an agent or work backstage or something like that.
Yeah.
Which you're talking about a guy who's been pretty successful in every company he's been in, and I think a lot of people keep forgetting this. AJ was in WCW.
He was.
He was at the very end, and he was a tag team champion.
Mm-hmm.
A cruiserweight tag team champion, but he was still a tag team champion.
Oh yeah.
I'd love AJ Styles to be somebody's manager. Like get somebody like once he's like really ready to just sit down and quote unquote retire from the ring, give him somebody that needs a mouthpiece. Because AJ Styles, when he's feeling it, he can cut a great promo.
You would not have said that 20 years ago.
Exactly.
In TNA, he was not the promo guy. Well, and that's the thing with Sting, too. The greatest Sting was, Sting's never been the promo guy.
That's true. He didn't need to be, though, man.
No, he didn't. The Surfer Sting, it kind of worked because as Surfer Sting, and plus you're talking like, late 80s, early 90s wrestling. It was just go stand in front of a backdrop and just scream into the mic.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And then, like, the Crow version of this Sting just had to show up. That was his promo.
Yeah. And see, again, I've said this before too. I don't know if I've said it on here before. That's where I think Vince and WWE messed up with Malachi Black or Aleister Black when he was there. Yeah. Tommy End should not have talked. He should have just come out, kicked the guy in the face, sat in the ring, and walked away. He should have been like the new Kane, new Undertaker. But he unfortunately was there when Vince was there, and Vince's thing was always guys have to be able to talk.
Yeah, that's what H started doing with Dexter Lumis, and he was going over with that feud with The Miz.
Yeah. Well, that's been his character ever since TNA, because I think a lot of people don't realize that Dexter was in TNA for a little bit as Sam Shaw, the guy who was stalking Christy Hemme.
Oh yeah, point. I'd forgotten about that.
I did too until somebody brought it up recently. I'm like, oh shit, oh yeah. Well, that's the other thing too that I didn't even realize until somebody brought it up. Anybody remember Camacho?
Oh shit, man, that's going back.
Dude, Tonga Loa is Camacho.
Yeah.
I did not know this.
I'd forgotten about Camacho.
I think we all wanted to forget about Camacho.
How dare you remind me, sir? How dare you?
Hey, I will go back and remind you of a guy, I can't even remember his damn name now, that the friggin' dude who used to come out with the white hair. He was the vampire in ECW for a little bit, Kevin Thorne.
Yep.
But he changed his name, dyed his hair white, came out with a cross.
Yep, he was just a Gangrel rip-off that outlived its time.
Oh crap! What was his name? Oh,
I saw him at Great American Bash. I think it was 2004 when Eddie lost the belt, and dude, there was no reaction.
Oh yeah, none.
This guy never got a reaction. There's that whole Luther Reigns. How about that? I'll remind you of Luther Reigns.
I mean, to be fair, we were also talking about when Kevin Nash did the whole Oz thing a couple episodes ago.
Hey, dude, Vinny Vegas.
Oh shit, man.
Or God, what was Hall? I can't remember what Hall was when he was in WWE or when he was in WCW at first. Because Nash was both Oz and Vinny Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
God, because he had another like Hall had another. This is fucking what's his name? Pizza Hut guy. Jim
Pizza
Hurd.
Hut. Yeah.
Jim
Oh
Hurd.
yeah.
This dude, Matt, I know you're not old enough to remember Jim Hurd, but this guy, his ideas were the ding dongs,
Oh, jeez.
where these guys would just come out with bells on their uniforms and they'd have a count like a giant bell on their corner. So every time like one of their guys got in trouble, the tag team partner would start ringing the bell.
I mean, if you really want to go old school Hall, you're looking probably at Starship Coyote.
No,
That was that was his first
Diamond
Starship
Stud.
Coyote. Oh
Diamond
yeah, Diamond
Stud.
Stud. Yep.
Because I'm sitting here thinking like I know he was with DDP, but yeah, he was the Diamond Stud for a little bit there.
Yep. It was the Jim Crockett promotion that he did that, and he teamed up with who was it? Oh man, I actually know this about him. Spivey. He teamed up with Spivey,
Oh God.
and they had the Starship Eagle was the name of their tag team under Jim Crockett.
Oh,
There you go.
Jesus.
Speaking of Dan Spivey, how about Waylon Mercy?
Oh shit! And it should be noted also that Scott Hall, who he trained under, man, Jesus. Not only did he train under Dusty Rhodes, but Mike Rotunda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Hall
was
was kind of a part of the Rotunda family, man.
dude, Hall was really big in AWA, which was a big Minnesota area, which
Mhm.
in the 80s, everybody and their brother came out of Minnesota. Like every major wrestler came out was from Minnesota. Technically Ric Flair's from Minnesota, Arn Anderson's from Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
Like Kurt Hennig, Rick Rude, all these guys like went to the same high school and all that stuff. And the whole thing with Vince basically taking down Vern and the AWA,
Yeah.
Brought all these guys over.
For me,
yeah.
like one wrestler that I remember that just makes me cringe the most out of everything, and I've said this before, was WWF Attitude Era Atom Bomb. Atom Bomb was the one fucking thing that, like, I'll take Oz back over Atom Bomb. Like, really?
Even as I think it was a teenager when he came out, and I'm just sitting there going, "What the hell is this? What is this gimmick? Is he nuclear? Is he gonna is he have radiation poison? What's the point?"
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing, and he had the weird gloves. Like, if you go and look how the Minions dress like these days, the cartoon Minions,
Yes.
the gloves and the goggles are basically
Goggles.
like the precursor to the fucking Minions, dude. That's literally what it is. And this is like he did this after, like, Brian Clark did this after this awesome persona he did again with AWA called the Night Stalker. Like, he was a main event wrestler with them, and then he did time over in WCW even before he came over, and then he did
Dude, he didn't get over until when he went over as, I didn't think when he was Wrath, but when it was him and Crush, Brian Adams as that weed team, Chronic.
Yeah, oh yeah. I love
That was
that one
the
too.
only time he ever got over.
Yep.
And it sucks because he wasn't a bad wrestler. He got stuck with the shittiest gimmicks. He's like, well, I'm not going to be Adam Baltimore. I'll go to WCW. So we're going to make you a Mortal Kombat character, and you're going to fight Glacier.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep. I'd forgotten he'd gone to Chronic though in 2000. I'd completely
Yeah.
forgotten about that. Yeah.
Dude, they were over as hell. Like that was one of the only, like one of the very few shining lights from like WCW 2000.
Yeah.
Was Chronic.
Yeah. Chronic was pretty awesome, man.
Was Chronic, like Booker T winning the belt.
Unfortunately, Adam went on to in 2020. He got 5 felony charges. for
Brian
conspiracy,
Adams?
drug possession, illegal control of enterprise, transporting and selling narcotics, possession of a weapon during a drug offense as well. He pled not guilty though. So,
Yeah, you're talking about Brian Adams, right?
yeah.
Crush. Yeah, that was.
No. I'm talking about Brian Clark.
Oh wow, I didn't
Still
know
Adam
about Brian.
Bomb, yeah.
I knew Brian Adams had the issues before when he was like in between WWF and WCW.
He had a lot of
He
issues.
had a lot of criminal issues in that.
I don't think anyone really topped Psycho Sid though.
Oh hell no.
I mean,
Let's just murder someone and totally return to wrestling and then break my leg in so many ways it's still televised to this day.
Yeah, and then also on top of that, hurt every wrestler I was working with too, and shortened their careers.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Oh come on! The best part about Psycho Sid was how he would literally look at him and go, "Yeah, I don't got it. I'm not doing that." Well, Sid, it's in your contract. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what my contract says.
Yeah,
If I don't want to be, he would take months off at a time to go play softball.
Oh yeah, it was fucking nuts. And also there was that even before the murder and all that, when he shattered his leg in all this place and all that shit. There was the whole story where Diesel was Shawn Michaels' bodyguard. And a lot of it was because Psycho Sid was at one point in time Shawn Michaels' bodyguard. Then they got into it, and Diesel showed up to help, take down Sid, and then the Undertaker took down Diesel, and then everything was done from there.
Diesel was the bodyguard first, then.
You're right.
When Michaels and Diesel had the WrestleMania match, Sid was managing Michaels, and that actually the next night after WrestleMania 12. Yeah, because 10 was the ladder match. 11, I believe, was 11 or 12 the 12, I think, was the Iron Man. I take it back. I think it was 11 because I think 12 was the Iron. Yeah, because 11, the main event was Lawrence Taylor and Bam Bam.
Yeah, you're right.
So 12 would be the Iron Man match. Like the very next night on Raw, Sid attacks HBK, and all of a sudden, Shawn Michaels is a face. For the first time in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that was nuts, man. I know he wanted to work with Sid, but that whole relationship between them also fell apart during that time.
Yeah. Well, 94 WWF was kind of a It was not the best.
It was a real shit show.
Well, because Vince is gone for most of the year because he's potentially going to prison. What the fuck?
Monster. Monster is judging you.
I see this.
I have all kinds of little fun buttons and things I can press over this side that you guys don't know about. Things like, where's it at? The more you know. I forget that I can use fun things during our shows too.
But yeah, the 94. Like I said, no, we're getting way off topic again.
We are. We need to get back on the topic, man.
Go ahead, Matt.
Trust
me, I have a long.
You gotta rate us in, man.
About 94 WWF. It was terrible.
The thing is, a lot of the people left on our list is just a lot of the backlash matches and a Monday night appearance or SmackDown.
And I want to point out another pay-per-view went through, and we called everything, even with details,
literally
weird details. Yeah,
that
was pretty nice. Well, we'll run us through that stuff real quick because we still have the draft to do, man.
So Sami Zayn doesn't have anything to do with Backlash, but Monday Night Raw, I'm roping the Alpha Academy in here too. Chad Gable, Bronson Reed, match on Raw. Sami Zayn's like, you know what? You guys are beating the shit out of me. Fuck you both. And just ruins their whole match and just jumps up on him and just starts wailing on both of them.
Yep.
But the only man left standing is Bronson Reed.
How ridiculously strong is Chad Gable that he was able to deadlift Bronson Reed?
No fucking kidding, man. That was impressive. That's
ridiculous strength right there. He just picked him up from underneath him and then German suplexed him like he was nothing.
It's just insane. And also we got to talk about how Sami Zayn just knocked Bronson over the ropes too.
Yep. Well, we expect Sammy to pull off some crazy shit because he's fucking Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I expect him to pull off some feats of strength that even he's surprised at because
It's
Sammy
the
don't give no
Canadian
shits.
spirit.
Yeah, there you go.
He's got the spirit of El Generico in him. But he is not. He is not El Generico. El Generico retired years ago and moved to Mexico to take care of the old little orphans,
Exactly.
along with Kevin Steen.
Yes.
And then we move on to CM Punk, and man, they have a really good promo again. So Friday, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre's pissed, so he's talking to Nick Aldis, and he's like, "Where's CM Punk at? Like, I need to see him." And right whenever Drew McIntyre is starting to drive away, CM Punk pulls up.
That was Raw, Matt.
Oh, that was Raw.
Yep.
Yeah, that was just the other night because I thought it was
Oh, yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Because he. Oh, go ahead. I'm not gonna. I don't want to step on your feet. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. I thought I had thought it happened to that SmackDown, but if it was,
no.
it was that Raw, and man. But then this following week, see Drew McIntyre comes out during the Jey Uso and Finn Balor match for the King of the Ring, which I completely forgot about, and Jey Uso is the winner of that, and he's just trying to intimidate Jey Uso because went back and forth with him for a while. But then CM Punk's promo comes up, and he's just ribbing McIntyre. Like he's saying if he was a true man, you'd come out right now, and all sorts of stuff. And
Dude, he had Pat McAfee and the crowd start tweeting Drew McIntyre that, "Hey, CM Punk's in the ring, turn around."
oh jeez.
But you forgot about the match because it wasn't supposed to be Jey Uso. It was supposed to be McIntyre and Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And man, that would have been a great match too. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but the heel versus heel aspect kind of throws it off a little bit. Because you want people to boo Drew McIntyre right now, but they're not going to boo him if he's fighting Finn Balor.
True.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all just smoke screening anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was awesome. That was great. I love the trolling going on between Punk and McIntyre. Like McIntyre leaves and Punk just pulls in right behind him and goes, "Where'd McIntyre go?"
It's epic, dude. Honestly, it's epic. This is a storyline for the ages, I think, on this one, man.
Oh yeah.
Let me just say it's going to be the best match. No, sorry, what we were talking about earlier.
Oh no, their big thing with the whole IWC's big thing with that was, he took a shot at Jungle Boy and the crowd didn't react. Well, you know why the crowd didn't react? Because nobody knows what the fuck a Jungle Boy is.
Yep, they watch WWE.
Like everybody, and plus everybody in the crowd's probably like, "Yeah, we get it. You had a fight backstage somewhere else. We don't care."
Yeah, that was elsewhere, and it was in the past, and we've all moved on.
And we all watched the video. I've seen bigger fights on the sidelines of a football game.
I've seen bigger fights in high school than that.
Yeah.
When I grew up, I saw bigger fights in elementary school.
Yeah, no, I gotta be honest. Yeah, that too.
So yeah, a lot of the list left is Seth Rollins. He's off somewhere right now.
Yep.
Cut his hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you didn't see him. Did you see the pictures from the Kentucky Derby?
Yep.
Evans not.
Yeah, he completely cut his hair. Because him and Becky were at the Kentucky Derby, and I don't know what the fuck Becky was wearing. But yeah, he's cut his hair, dude.
Like he has no long hair at all anymore?
Yeah, it's kind of like almost like buzzed in the back a little bit. So like he was wearing a hat, but you could tell the hair's cut.
So what he did is he just kind of went with more of the hairstyle that I've had since the 80s. He did a lot of the undershaving.
Okay.
And the rest is hidden in his hat.
Oh, I see. I
just
see it
looked
now.
it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looked good, honestly.
Oh yeah, he shaved up the sides and the back, and he's just growing from the top again. But yeah, and it looks nice. I mean, you can find actual pictures online of like him actually at the barber getting it done.
Okay.
Which
I
is cool.
mean,
There's a
hell.
TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, hell, he's gonna be gone. He knows he's gonna be gone for a few months. You know, cut the hair if you want. If you want to see what short hair is like, cut your hair.
Yeah.
Just make sure you grow it back before you come back because I can't. I don't know if I could do with short haired Seth
Well, the
Rollins.
thing is, he still has the long hair on top.
Yeah.
He just shaved up underneath the sides and the back, like literally the same fucking haircut I have right now. I
Well,
just
no,
don't have it pulled up or anything. But
no, what I'm saying is, if he wants to cut his, if he wanted to cut his hair short, yeah, do it now. You know, you've got probably about 6 months before you're coming back.
oh yeah,
Yep.
oh yeah.
Because I don't know if he's gonna make it back for SummerSlam. Which, yeah, I got something to say about SummerSlam tickets. I got into pre-sale.
I was too, and I just don't think there's any way that's happening.
Yeah, because the cheapest seats available were like $800.
Yeah, and honestly, the last SummerSlam was much cheaper and affordable than that. Like even like with a nice package, it was well cheaper than that.
Well, that's what I told Jennifer too when I was like, hey, we can go sit third row for $4,000 a piece, and we get to take the chair.
Yeah, they upped the prices significantly from last year.
Yeah.
Like I was going to tell everybody here about it because we were supposed to go to SummerSlam last year, but some things fell through, and like just seeing the price of the cheapest being like almost matching like the higher, like the upside of mid tier is already what the lowest starts at, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I looked today and they had some of the seats like near the entrance on sale, and you're talking like they're like $8,000, and I'm looking going, I didn't pay that much for my fucking car.
Yeah, they've gone a little crazy in prices right now. On the bright side, if you own stock in TKO, it's going up nicely lately.
Yes. Well, I mean, you know, it's that supply and demand. You know, there's a huge demand for WWE product. They know SummerSlam is usually the third biggest. I know a lot of people call it the second biggest. Nah, I think Royal Rumble is the second biggest show of the year.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I think it goes Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series.
I agree.
That's how I think it goes, especially now with Survivor Series having that fake ass War Games. And don't get me wrong, I love their War Games have been good, but it's not War Games without a cover.
And like with the stock side of things, just for fun, when they were announcing everything and TKO first started, I hopped on one of those sites. I think it was Public, and got like because you can like buy partial stocks of stuff, not if you can't afford like the whole stocks. And I bought some partial stocks of TKO, just kind of seeing, okay, you know how is this going to go? Let me just tell you, those partial stocks are. I'm almost to the point where I can just sell and then rebuy a full stock.
Yeah, I know for a little bit they started going down, like back in I want to say right before WrestleMania they started going down. I think
Minorly, though, it wasn't much.
It
honestly,
wasn't. It wasn't much, but it was and it was right around the time when the McMahon stuff was coming out.
Yeah, I think the biggest dip was like a 3.2 or a 3.3% drop, and then it like went right back up during like towards the end of WrestleMania weekend. It started going up again, and it's you know each day is. I mean, again, you're only seeing like maybe like a 1.5%, but it's like you're seeing that almost each day.
Yeah,
from the day before. So I mean, it's slow, but it's steadily going up. So if you want to jump on that, like I'd say before SummerSlam is going to be the time to jump on some TKO stock.
Well, dude, I heard the same thing about the German the Clash of the Castle too. Was like $3,000 for like seats to go to SmackDown and to go to Clash of the Castle.
Yeah, it's
like that's
nuts.
Ridiculous.
It is. Bring us back, Matt.
So Logan Paul, nothing. Awesome Truth, awesome guys, awesome nothing. LWO, Carlito shoots a promo on explaining why he did what he did.
The promo no one asked for.
Yeah, because it was all self-explanatory. And Dragon Lee just jumps right on in, and he's not forgiving Carlito at all. And security has to break it up, and Rey Mysterio got involved a little bit.
And I don't know. I don't know if you've got it written down or not, but Carlito went to Judgment Day
Yep,
to try to get him to help, only
he
because of
did.
Dominic, and he pretty much got told to fuck off.
Yep,
That makes sense. Yeah.
get out of here with that shit.
It's like, no, we're getting sick. We don't even want to work with. We don't even work with Santos, let alone your ass.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then, the new tag team champions, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
oh yeah,
So they had
Yeah.
that great 6-woman tag with Bailey. Oh, actually, hold on. It was an 8-woman tag match. It was Bailey, Bianca, Naomi, and Jade Cargill versus Asuka, Kairi Sane, Dakota, and Tiffany Stratton.
yeah.
And man, they really showed out in that match. Like, I feel like Jade really got some props for that 8-man match, 8-woman match, and they just carried it over into Backlash. And I gotta say, it was a pretty good match. I wouldn't say that it was one of the better matches of the night.
It wasn't, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, but it was pretty good.
There were a couple flubs and a couple missed sells, but nothing that just made me go, "Oh, well, this is shit," or "Jade needs to go back for development." You can tell she's getting her feet under her, and she didn't do a terrible job, man. I think everybody needs to just shut up and let her go.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's getting that confidence finally.
Yeah, takes a little bit.
You know, it kind of help. It kind of hurts when she works for AEW for what 2 years,
Yeah,
and they just threw her in the ring. They didn't give her any kind of training or anything like that, and unfortunately, it hurt her.
it
Now
did.
now they've got that performance center down in Orlando she can go to and work out in and train in. So many people down there who know what the hell they're doing.
Oh yeah,
Things like that, and I think she looked pretty good, honestly,
did.
on Saturday. I think she looked really good.
Yep. Like I said, a few issues here and there, but I mean, I didn't see anything that I thought was anything more than minor. That just comes with the confidence and building yourself up and getting out there. And honestly, that match lasted quite a while, and you could tell that everyone involved was exhausted by a certain point. And she was not the only one that flubbed a move a little bit, or a reversal, or a sell. Like, it got to a point where it was going on so long that at one point they all kind of flubbed a little bit of something. So then you're like, okay, that's the proof right there. It's not Jade. This is a long match. It's a grueling match. People get tired.
I mean, and it happens, Unfortunately, botches happen, mess ups happen. It's how you respond to it is really what makes you,
Exactly.
how makes you a good wrestler. If you sit there and you let it throw the rest of the match off, then maybe you don't belong in this business.
Mhm.
If you can sit there and turn it around, I was listening
Go ahead.
I was listening to a podcast earlier today on Halloween Havoc '89, where it was the Freebirds against it was Shane Douglas and Johnny Ace. I can't remember. Dynamic Dudes.
Oh,
this is again Jim Herd era. It was bullshit. Well, the Freebirds are supposed to be the heels, but they're in Philadelphia, so they're not, and they're just booing the shit out of Dynamic Dudes. So halfway through the match, basically the Freebirds start working as the faces.
Yeah.
And the Dynamic Dudes were still trying to play face, but because they were still young, I guess after the match they went backstage and Johnny Ace was pissed about it because they kept changing stuff up, and Jimmy Garvin and Michael Hayes were just like, look, we read the crowd.
Which you got to do.
Which you have to do. You got to see what the crowd wants, and if you got to change it up, you got to change it up.
Yeah.
It's obvious they didn't give two shits. They were going to boo the hell out of the Dynamic Dudes no matter what. So, give the crowd what they want. Guess what? Next time they come to Philadelphia, they'll spend more money.
Yep, that's true. Who else you got?
Bailey, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi match.
That was a good fucking solid match.
Yeah, it was.
It ended and went exactly how we thought it would.
Oh yeah, Naomi had to take that pin because Tiffany Stratton is your future star. Bailey's not losing the belt. What? Less than a month later.
I feel like they also put Tiffany over pretty hard because, dude, she was explosive in that match, and had they not have teamed up and taken her out, there's no reason why she wouldn't have won. Like they pumped up her capabilities a lot during that, which they needed to do to get her, her built up even more.
Oh yeah, and I'm definitely a Tiffy time type of guy because she is impressing the hell out of me.
She's growing on me quick, man.
Oh yeah, she's definitely a future star, and like I said last week, you can't put the title on her yet. Let her build up, because once the bad stuff. One of the bad things about the women's division is, hey, I'm the world champion. All right, now what? You defend it, you lose it, you go away for a little bit, come back, win it again.
Yeah. They're building that up. They're putting a lot more effort and story and a lot more into the women's division finally, which is nice to see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it needed it, because I mean, we've said it before. We'll say it again. Elimination Chamber, women was better than the men's. Royal Rumble, women's was better than the men's.
Yep.
There's more to it. There's more to the women's division right now than a lot of the men's division.
It's true.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna go over and move it to Nia Jax, which hasn't really done much since she got pushed over to SmackDown.
Yeah.
I think that starts Friday.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah, I think that they're going to get her more involved very soon.
Oh,
I got a feeling that's your match for Saudi Arabia is Bailey and Nia Jax, if they're allowed to have that many women's matches over there, because Saudi
there's
Arabia.
actually been a lot of new agreements behind the scenes. We were talking about that here at the house recently. You'll notice that King and Queen, where's that going to be?
Saudi Arabia.
Exactly.
Which it was there last year as well, or the year before as well.
Right, but they're actually there's more things they're able to do within reason. So, a lot of further agreements have been made. Concessions were made on from the WWE side without the people over in Saudi Arabia even asking for them, which went a really long way for trust and understanding, and also ways while the women are not in the ring to still have the limitations for culture to be respectful, but within also reasons for the fans and the whole thing. So I'm really excited on how they're working together, where everybody's respecting each other, and just it seems like a nice situation, or a better situation each year they go over.
Yeah, and from what I hear too is now they're working on a new deal with Saudi Arabia, because I guess the old one expires after this show.
Yep.
From the sounds of it, so.
Yep.
Hopefully, I mean, because I know you got to remember, for the long, it's been a lot. They've gotten a lot. They've changed a lot in Saudi Arabia. Before, there was no way in hell Sami Zayn could have went over there because he's Syrian.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And there's
Crossbones Koopa says, glad to see another person that smokes beside me. Yeah, man. A long time ago, I decided if I was going to do long shows, I was just going to enjoy myself. So there's a couple of us on the network that are smokers, that's for sure.
Sorry, I had to cut myself mid-sentence because the kid walked in.
That's okay. I covered for you, man. See, if you hadn't brought it up, no one would have even noticed, even.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. He's looking for his phone, and it's like, dude, it's bedtime. You got school
No phone for you.
He can go home. He gets to go sit in the living room. He sleeps on the couch right now, so he gets to sit in the living room and watch anime.
There you go. So what else you got for us, Matt, before we hit the draft part 2?
Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch.
Okay.
And all that just happened yesterday. I can't remember if was it.
But yesterday, I mean 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago. Sorry about that.
I have a problem with days and times too. It's all the same day until I sleep.
Tuesday didn't exist. Tuesday didn't happen.
There is no Tuesday. There is only Zool.
We're actually a day early. Did you know that?
Yep. There we go.
What you having problems remembering, Matt?
Let's see.
There's Liv, Becky.
Becky Lynch came face to face with Liv Morgan as they prepared to battle for the Women's World Championship at King and Queen of the Ring. And Damage Control comes out. and surrounds the whole ring. And it looks like Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch are about to duke it out with Damage Control. And the last second, Liv Morgan goes to punch Dakota Kai and just slips right out of the ring.
Yep.
So, so Becky's just facing Damage Control all by herself. But then you hear some new music from Lyra Valkyrie. Who
Nice.
It's
Valkyria?
Valkyria.
Oh, okay.
If you say Valkyrie, they're going to think it's somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay. And so she had a pretty well drawn first match that was pretty sure was when was it? Did she have a king and queen the queen of the ring match?
Yeah, with Asuka.
It ended up being with Dakota because Asuka's injured.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Asuka. Sorry.
Yes, and she ended up winning. So that shows right there that she's got some talent. And
she's good. Lyra Valkyria is really good. It's just she's really, really tiny.
Yep.
But her coming out to save Becky Lynch is definitely a huge babyface move, and she, by the looks of her, she looks like she's more of the babyface type of character.
Yeah, the badass babyface.
Yeah, and that about sums up everything.
Nice. Well, you guys, we're gonna go. Go ahead.
What do you say, Matt?
I was asking you what you're saying because I cut you off for a second there.
I don't even remember.
We're good. So, for those of you that stuck around, keep sticking around. We're going to do a quick commercial break. If you're new to us, we actually do our own wrestling league, MMW Wrestling, through 2K24 now. We just moved over from 2K23 to 24, and we're doing the second part of our draft because we're doing things a little bit differently this season because there's 3 of us. And future episodes, starting the very next time we pop in 2 weeks, you'll actually start seeing matches with us doing color commentary and talking shit to each other about who's going to win. So let's hit this break, and as soon as I find the commercials, and then we'll be right back. Let's see, and here we go.
Greetings and shabibans. We are the Retro Redoctopus Cephala Podcast, a long-form bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
Well, that sounds good, but I don't know what all those words mean.
I think what Parasite Steve's trying to say is that on Retro Redoctopus, we explore a range of retro goodness, from toys, video games, and movies, to cartoons, and even snacks and school lunches.
Oh.
And we do it all with a positive spin, a slew of killer guests, and some very adult language.
And you know what else is cool?
No.
This crazy show is part of the Dorking Podcast Network with new episodes every Tentacle Tuesday.
What's that?
And if waiting 2 weeks for a new episode gives you a sad, know that we drop bonus episodes all the time, like the off-format Crow's Nest and an interview series we call The Brig.
You can listen to Retro Redoctopus on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any app that's cool enough to carry the only show that celebrates all the things that make growing up awesome.
Welcome back to Matt's Monsters, guys. We're back with the second half of the MMW Draft.
Oh yeah.
Can you send that document back out to us, please, in the private chat?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Do we want to do a refresh of where we left off as well?
Just remind everybody who we got.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even make a separate list of my own. I was just using the main list and write my name on the side.
I just happen to have an envelope sitting next to me.
Oh, when you were doing it? Yeah.
Good idea, Steven.
Mm-hmm. Matt, if you want to remind people who's on teams, that'd be awesome.
All right, I got you. So, let's see. Who was your first? What should I go by? I don't remember who got.
Start with you and do all your picks, and do all his picks and all my picks.
All right. So,
or we can do our own, I guess.
I have Goldar, LA Knight, Rhea Ripley, the team of Darth Decker, Darth Maul, and Dr. Decker, Jason Voorhees, Tiffany Valentine, Lord Zed, Undertaker, Venom, the Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, Jean Grey, Trini Kwan, the Yellow Ranger, from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Willy Wonka, Scorpion, Quan Chi, and Noob Saibot,
for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, from Mortal Kombat, the Brotherhood of Shadows, Lita, Liv Morgan, Chuck Norris, and Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger.
Hell yeah. And if you guys are confused, we do a lot of mixing with pop culture and wrestlers, like from all areas. We do like tag, like we do storylining and all kinds of fun things. So
all walks of life.
I can do my own. I'm good with that because I got it up now. I've got Ashley Williams from Evil Dead. I've got Bane, who is a wrestler. I've got the tag team of both Beavis and Butthead. And yes, because it was asked, I do have Beetlejuice on my team's roster. So we do have some Beetlejuice, which is nice. I've got, let's see here, Creature from the Black Lagoon. I've got Deadpool. I've got Elvira. I have, let's see here. Oh, no, that's Matt. I screwed up on that one. Let's see. Okay, Jeff the Killer from Creepypasta. I have The Outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. I've got Krang from the Ninja Turtles. I've got the Deadly Ladies, and I forget who's in the Deadly Ladies now. You remember, Matt?
The Lady
Death. Dimitrescu or whatever from Resident Evil.
Diddly Doo.
Lady Diddly Doo from Resident Evil and Lady Death. I've also got, let's see here, Mankind, who was my first pick, by the way. I've got Pinhead from Hellraiser. I have DX, which is, I think it was just Triple H, Shawn Michaels in China, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
I have Slender Man. He's part of the Creepypasta tag team with Jeff the Killer. And I have Victor Crowley from Hatchet. I've got both versions of Wednesday Addams with Christina Ricci and Jenna Ortega. And I have fucking Weapon X himself, Wolverine, who's at a tag team. It's the Weapon X tag team with him and Deadpool. So.
Sweet. All right, so I started out with the Killer Clowns, a stable with Art the Clown, Captain Spaulding, both the modern and classic Pennywise, and Doink the Clown. I think I started out immediately pissing Matt off. Then I went to the Toxic Avenger, Dread Pirate Roberts. For those who don't know, that is from The Princess Bride. Andre the Giant, Bloody Mary, Damian Priest, Dude Love, He-Man, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, She-Hulk, Duke Nukem, which I'm really looking forward to Duke Nukem in this game.
Yeah.
Rogue from the X-Men, Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, Sloth from the Goonies, Freddy Krueger, Bray Wyatt himself, The Fiend, Stone Cold Steve Austin, He-Man's cousin She-Ra, and of course Michael Myers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Which brings us to our drafting, and I'm trying to remember what our order was. I think it was
It was you, Steven, and then me.
that. Okay, yeah. So for our next pick, I haven't even looked at this again to see what I wanted to do, man. Like there's still so many good options left on this list. Um, gotta give me a minute. I got to go down this list here. There's just so much to do.
There's also people left like Agent Smith from The Matrix, Aquaman, Asuka, Batgirl, Batman, Becky Lynch, and the list just keeps going on. I'm not going to spoil it all for you.
There's a lot of good ones in here. It's how do you pick, man? There's just so much good left in this list. I'm getting down. I'm going through. We have some on here that I can believe forgot about that just crack me the absolute fuck up.
Because Beavis
You know
and
what?
Butthead.
No. Oh, I knew what I was gonna take, but shit. This is difficult because I know I needed to pick up some more guys. I hit a lot of the female side pretty hard, which I'll still do some more picks for that later. It's just, what do you choose,
Yeah, because you want to make sure you get what you want, but then hopefully somebody else doesn't pick who else you want.
Yeah, this is actually a favorite of mine. I got a pick. I got a horror pick. I'm gonna go with the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers.
Oh,
He's a good one. It's one you don't see often enough.
That is a good one, except for his last movie. That movie was garbage.
No, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about the
I
existence
wouldn't
of
see it
one.
in theater, so I can talk about it. Okay. That
I
was
didn't. I saw it at home
uh
during COVID.
all right. So I'm gonna go with Blade.
I almost went Blade. I thought about Blade.
Oh, that's a good tag name right there. Okay. Blade and Spike.
I will say the Blade's biggest adversary in the comic world is also on this list.
I think I am going to go with Heath Ledger Joker.
Nice.
Probably the best one.
Oh shit, that brings it back to me again. I was not prepared. I'm still sitting here looking. This one I just keep coming back to. You know what? Because he's one of my favorite things ever, I'm going to go with Hagrid from Harry Potter. I love me some Hagrid.
Just no umbrellas. I think I'm gonna build up my slasher stable. I'm going Leatherface.
Yeah, I don't think we even have Bret Hart on this list right now. But the thing is about our company is the MMW is that people, contracts run out. We get new wrestlers all the time, so you never know. You could see Bret pop up eventually.
I think Bret's a little too depressed right now.
Yeah, we're having trouble signing Bret at the moment. So who'd you go with, Steven? I totally missed it.
Leatherface.
Ooh, very nice.
I am going to go with. Let me see. Just to secure them, I'm going to go with the Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Nice. So you got the Jokers. You got the pair. We're getting into some tougher picks now, man. Some way tougher picks than we had going on before. You know what? I'm going John Wick.
Oh.
Don't fuck with his dog. Yeah, that's all.
Don't fuck with his dog. Don't fuck with his car.
Yep.
Let's boost the women. I'm trying to see. I want to boost my women's division up a little bit. Actually, you know what, we'll wait for the women. How about some Eric Draven?
Ooh,
Get the crow in there.
yeah. That's a good call, man.
Oh, let's see. My next pick will be Trish Stratus.
Very nice call.
A legend.
So for my next pick, I've been thinking about this a lot because, we talked about wanting to make sure we're forming some stables and tag teams, not just single wrestlers and stuff. And I thought, what can I pick to add to what I've already got to make yet another tag team? And I'm going to go Batman because the Batman that we have is the Keaton Batman. So I'm going to do a tag team called the Keatons, which is Beetlejuice and Batman.
Oh, that's great.
It feels very me.
All right. Tell you what, since we're all going DC, let's go Catwoman. I need to boost up my women's division.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, there's somebody out here. I'm surprised Raz hasn't picked yet.
What?
Oh, I'm not gonna tell you.
Surprise, man. I'm odd.
I'm gonna follow you up with Springtrap as my next pick.
I thought about Springtrap a couple different times. He was definitely on my radar.
Yeah, see, Freddy Fazbear has not returned this season.
No. Let's see here. There's an obvious tag team here on this list as well. Oh man. It's so hard, guys. It really is difficult because I was going to go female and then I saw a couple more guys that I was interested in and I'm like, oh shit. And I feel like I've also been getting like a little bit more of the odd ones than you guys at times. At times. I did take Beavis and Butt.
Dude, I took Dread Pirate Roberts third.
That's true. I'm going to take Negan from Walking Dead.
Good pick. I'm gonna go female again. I'm gonna get Asuka.
Okay.
You cannot go wrong without the Empress.
Good pick. I am going to go with. Let's see. Where are they at? Bruce Lee.
Is Rambo. Rambo is not currently on the list, but again, you never know what could happen. Bruce Lee, you did already have Chuck Norris, so.
And their tag team is going to be Fuck Around and Find Out.
I'm going to go with Rick Grimes, also from Walking Dead.
Go Colossus.
Ooh, nice call.
I'm going to follow you up there with Batgirl.
There you go. And because we do have another Walking Deader on our list, I'm going to take Daryl Dixon.
I knew that's who you were going for next.
Well, yeah, I had to. I mean, there's 3 Walking Dead. I got to build a stable, man.
Oh, there's still a guy on here that I'm still surprised you ain't picked.
There's still a couple I'm interested in. I'm not going to lie. It's also knowing when to take what, so you guys don't.
Count Dracula.
Okay.
Oh.
I was thinking about looping around to some Universal monsters, but all right.
The horror movie nerd in me has to grab horror.
I grabbed my number one favorite of the monsters already, which is the creature.
I'm going to be taking Loki.
Nice call. I better snag my second favorite monster universe while I still can, which is Frankenstein.
All right.
It's getting harder to go through the list.
I mean, there's still a couple of people on here. I mean, some people I also don't know who they are either, to a point.
You can always ask if you need to know, because I mean, one of us
Yeah.
might know. It's okay to ask.
Well, like Ken Masters. Is that Kenny Masters from Eastbound and Down?
No, that would be Street Fighter, Ken Masters.
Okay, that's what I figured. So I'm just gonna do it. Cactus Jack.
Nice. There's a reason I wasn't. Is that who you thought I was going to go with?
Yes.
See, I thought about it, but I was going to do this whole thing, but you'd already taken Dude Love before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mankind is my number one version of Foley. So like I was like, okay, I got Mankind. I'm just gonna stick with Mankind.
Isn't that the persona he didn't like doing though?
Yes and no. It was the one that was the most difficult with his past and the way the character was created. Yeah, but it's a lot of the reasons why he doesn't like it is because it was difficult for him for a lot of personal reasons. But it's exactly the reason why it's my favorite.
I figured because Mankind's the one that went off the cage.
A lot of things, yeah.
I'm going to follow up with another tag team, the Brothers of Asgard, Thor.
Locking in that Thor. All right. I need something unique and fun again. Let's see. I got a couple different good options in here, but I think at the end of the day, I'm going to go with RoboCop.
Ooh.
I was leaning towards him for a little bit.
Oh, we almost signed Terminator. It was very close. I was going to do a RoboCop Terminator team up. We couldn't get we couldn't get Terminator to sign the T2 to sign. One of those things.
Marty McFly needed his help.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, has this not been picked? Let's go Wonder Woman.
Oh,
very good call.
I think my women's division is rounded out now.
I'm going to follow you up with Uncle Howdy.
Very nice. Let's see here. Who we got left? We're getting down there. Skin for certain things right now. I'm going to take Martha Jones. Martha Jones is one of the companions from Doctor Who. In my opinion, one of the best they ever had. Many reasons.
I'm still slowly working my way through that.
I'm a huge Whovian man.
I like it. I think it's a great show. It's just I'm not a I know my podcast is called Bloody Binge. I am not a binge watcher. Like by no means whatsoever am I a binge watcher.
Leon Kennedy is a great fucking suggestion, and that was one we almost got signed for the draft, and we just couldn't we just couldn't get it done in time, but that is someone on the future list for sure.
All right, we're going Slasher again. I'm gonna go Ghostface.
Nice.
I'm going to pick out a current world champion, Becky Lynch.
That's exactly who I was about to grab, but I got to back up. I'm going to go with Reagan McNeil from The Exorcist.
All right, I'm gonna do it. Agent Smith.
Ooh, popping off with the top of the list in alphabetical order.
I see this. I'm not going for number 3.
Well, it depends on what version of him we got, and I happen to know which version of him we have.
It's probably the new one.
It's the good version, yeah.
Yeah.
The more appropriate version.
I'm going to go Beth Phoenix.
Interesting. Good call. I'm going to take it real back far and go Molly Holly.
Ooh.
Tell you what, I need a good heel. How about some Lex Luthor?
Ooh, nice.
Good pick.
Some more DC action.
Bianca Belair.
Nice call. I'm running it back to some pop culture with Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Oh, damn it. That's what I was going to take next. I just needed to round out the females.
See, I'd already got a little bit more female heavy than you guys did in the first run, so.
Yeah. I said we do got a lot of females left.
We do. We well balanced this list. Like, this is a very well balanced list of male and female.
Matter of fact, I think outside of a couple, I think all we do have is females left. I'll go Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
Good pick. Since you took Shaggy from me, I'm going to go ahead and take Nacho Libre.
That was literally who I was about to pick next. I was going to pair him with Bane.
What?
You're both luchadors.
Yeah, but one broke Batman's back. The other one, I might make you mad. I did not like Nacho Libre.
That was a funny movie, man. It's not my favorite of his movies, but it was funny.
It was that weird stage because, like, I'm not even I know I might get yelled at by a lot of people. I didn't like Napoleon Dynamite either.
I'm not gonna lie. That was one that I thought was amusing, but I didn't care about it as much as other people did.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I mean, I love Will Ferrell, but there's a couple of his movies I'm just on. Wait, it's my turn again, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. You know, I'm going to go with Ghoulie from the Ghoulies. Some 80s horror love there.
Stuck between two of them. Oh, here we go. How about La Llorona?
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Which is our first transgender wrestler. The Federation.
I'm going to go ahead and pick up Sir Sinister.
Oh, that's... See, I was wanting to pick him, but you made him, so like I was trying not to.
Hey, he was up for grabs.
Well, I know, man, but you know.
I'm trying to look out for you, Matt.
Okay, so we have the Darkness listed here. And I'm trying to remember if this is the comic Darkness.
I think it's the Tim Curry one.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm going to take the Darkness from Legend. This is double character in Legend, yep.
Yeah, we are so low.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's going fast this time around. Because we ended up doing a little bit more than half last time because we were having so much fun. And we wanted to add some room for trading at the end of this one.
Not the biggest fan of this character, but I'm going to go Kylo Ren.
Okay. Some Kylo. I'm just looking for things that are left. I think just about that whole first page is done.
Come on. Doesn't somebody want to take number 3?
He might be the last pick.
He may be. It's you right now, right, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and take Robin.
Okay.
Oops. Did not mean to do that. Because if I'm correct, Batgirl and Robin have a little thing there, don't they?
There's a lot of different versions of Batgirl and Robin, so it's a little hard to
I get you.
You know. Back to me again, damn. I'm gonna grab one of my newer favorites, which is gonna be Peacemaker, because Peacemaker is fucking hilarious.
He really is.
As long as he comes out dancing, you know.
Let's go Tony Stark himself, Iron Man.
Nice.
Sick.
He'll just buy his opponents.
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and take Ken Masters.
Nice. I'm gonna go with one of my favorites in the stable, often overlooked, Natalia. I actually went to take her earlier. I thought I had taken her. I just now realized I hadn't.
I've thought about her a couple of times.
I was thinking I took her during the first part of the draft until I reread it like earlier. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta jump on that.
Let's go for Sienna Shaw.
You know who this is, right?
No.
Terrifier 2.
Okay, I've only seen it once.
Okay. Yep.
So, and
She's
I'm
the
really
hero.
bad. I'm really bad with names.
You're good. Yeah, she's the hero. We do have an art. I was waiting for you to grab her.
This is good. This is good.
I'm going to take Cody Rhodes action figure.
Oh my god, I forgot that was in here.
I
didn't even-
completely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah. Okay. That's awesome, actually.
Oh, it's not in alphabetical order, you asshole.
And it should be, but Matt's not good at alphabetical order sometimes.
I'd be like, oh, this person's supposed to be part of a faction, so I'm just gonna use that's how I did. It was the first letter of the first person I saw.
Which is why DX is in the S's.
Yep.
For those of you that don't know the list, we're looking at.
I think he was just trying to hide it.
Yeah, he just hides things. You have to really look for him. Okay, now there's only one person left in page 1. Okay. Forget that now. I'm looking at page 2, and I'm not seeing much left on it either. Holy crap! Is there anything left on page 2? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
there's one.
2 things. 2. There's 2 on page 2. We're down to. We're almost down to it now, man. Like I'm gonna grab Valhalla.
Good
Actually.
pick.
I'm only seeing one on page 2.
There's 2. I promise.
Oh, yeah, there it is. You just
Page
cleared
3,
the-
however, is out. It's just literally there's 3 left. It looks like
EO Sky.
nice.
Good pick.
I think Raz is going to get stuck with number 3.
Am I?
I'm going
That's
to
okay.
take Raquel Rodriguez.
Yep.
I'm double checking. I'm going through. Not again that I mind. I don't mind at all. I'm just double checking here to make sure we haven't forgotten anyone on this list. Because I looked at Cody Rhodes action figure like 50 times, and for some reason, it just didn't register in my brain that it was a thing that wasn't taken.
Well, it's still one of the weirdest characters in the game.
It is. And yep, that leaves me officially with, looks like Aquaman. Nice. All right, that's our draft done. Now, if you guys would like to, we can discuss trades if there's anything that anyone wants that they think other people might want.
All right. Should we do it turn base?
Nah, fuck it. It doesn't matter. Go ahead, Matt. You can start. You're our host, our main host here. You should start it.
So, Steven, what do you want for the Killer Clowns?
Oh, shit.
Nah. I got to have Spalding.
They're
man.
untouchables.
They're untouchable. I mean, I might be able to break them up and give you a Pennywise or 2.
though. I they're untouchable, man. I want to go.
Yeah, because Captain Spaulding.
I get you. Let's see.
No, but that is something up for consideration. Though, if you think there's only like a couple people in the stable that you really want, are there other people you have on your stable that you could replace them with? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's worth visiting. Because I feel like Captain Spaulding is good whether or not he's even in a stable, for example.
Oh yeah,
Spaulding is a badass.
He is. He is. He's got that, and he's got that Freddy Krueger level where he's gonna. Not only is he gonna murder you brutally, he's gonna make fun of you before he murders you brutally.
For example, here's something to consider. With this proposed trade, if there was someone else along with Captain Spaulding that you'd want to keep in that, who would it be?
Art.
Mm-hmm. So what you guys could do if you were amenable is he could keep Art and Spaulding, give you the rest, and then you do have the Jokers.
I formulated my trade offer here. It's going to be a little weird, but I really don't want him. I just kind of picked him because I saw him. I will trade you Cody Rhodes action figure for Doink the Clown.
You're on.
There you go. See? So what we're going to do is let each person propose a trade with both people. And then, that's how we'll do rounds. So is the next question, when you're done doing your notes, is there any one of mine that you're looking at?
Oh, shit.
I got a lot of weird fucking picks, so there may not be anything either if you want.
Let me see. I'm checking your list here.
I've only got a short list of hard no's. A very short list of hard no's.
Let's see. What would you want for one of the Wednesdays?
Oh, I'm not breaking up the Wednesdays.
Okay.
That's one of my very few on the short list because I got that. I got to have the Wednesday tag team, man.
What about Peacemaker?
Okay, I could give up Peacemaker. Let's see here. I gotta find things that you've got that I might be interested in that could help with what I've already got going on here. I'm not gonna bust anybody I think you're gonna put together either because that's not gonna help you any. Because you've got one of my favorite horror characters already, but he's in a stable and in a tag team. That's such a good tag team. I don't want to break it up.
Which one was it?
Dr. Decker, but I don't want to break up the Dark Death. I don't want to break up their tag team because that would be really shitty. They're too good of a tag team, man. Let me see what else you got here.
I do have some really good tag teams I'm thinking about formulating, though, so.
Let's see. And I kind of know you enough to know that's what some things are going to be like a no for you. What do you think about Nacho Libre? I can give you
Libre?
I give you a couple ideas if you want a couple.
Okay.
Let's see. I could do Nacho Libre, Sir Sinister. Or Venom. Or Willy Wonka. Any of those four.
I'll trade you Nacho.
Okay. Just change your name to who you wanted from me, and I'll change Nacho to me.
All right. Let's see.
I did the same thing with the Cody Rhodes action figure.
Cool.
But Doink's not on here by himself, just to give you.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't.
Yeah, just add him on down at the bottom or something. Here, I'll do it for you. There you go. Got it on there for you. So we're gonna go ahead and go over to you, Steven, for you to propose some trades.
All right, I got one for you, Raz. To see if you jump at this. Both faces of Foley, Cactus Jack and Dude Love for Beavis and Butthead.
Oh fuck, man, that's tough. You hit me right in the balls on this one, man, because I thought that Beavis and Butthead were going to be in my short list for no's, but I got to do it. I got to do it. Yes.
All right.
Yes. And I'll create my face as a fully stable.
Hell yeah.
So I'll switch over Dude Love and Dude Love and Cactus Jack.
And I'll switch over Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, that was a hard one. I think that's the only thing you could have ever fucking offered me for that to work. That was a good call, dude.
That's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, hey, he'll jump at this.
Oh yeah. That's the only thing I would have traded them for damn sure. You hit it right on the head, man.
And honestly, that's it. I think I'm good.
You got nothing for Matt?
Let's see what Matt has.
I got nothing for Matt, but I definitely have one for you on my turn. Actually, no, I do have one for Matt.
No, I think I'm good actually.
Okay.
I like a lot of my picks. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. I like the majority of mine too. And this can be a no. You guys can tell me a hard no, and it's not gonna hurt my feelings at all. Matt, I want your Venom. If there's someone else that I may have that you might like.
Let me check.
And so you can be looking at it and thinking about it, Steven. I want your Toxie, but again, no's are okay.
I'll take your Venom for John Wick.
I'll do that. I love John Wick, but I do love Venom more. So where you at, Steven? What are you thinking, man?
I'm taking a look real quick.
Okay, take your time, sir.
Because I really do like I really do like Toxie.
I know you do. I know you love some Toxie.
He is one of my favorite characters.
And if nothing just jumps out at you, again, a no is completely fine, man.
I got one that'll jump out at me. You're probably gonna say no to this one though.
What?
Beetlejuice.
I absolutely have to fucking say no to that. I'm sorry. I can't. That's like he's like out of everyone, him and Mankind were there's no fucking anything you can offer me for those. Understandable though. Because I know how much you love Toxie as much as I do, so I can't bitch about it.
I do. I love it. I'm so excited for that new movie.
Me too. As soon as they finally fucking drop it to where we can all watch it. So do we want to go ahead and one by one list our final roster here?
I do have a...
Oh, go ahead.
Let me see. Steven, which one of the Jokers would you want for your Killer Clowns faction?
Nope. Like I said, I'm willing to trade.
Oh no, I'm talking about adding them, adding Joker to it.
It would be Heath Ledger.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I can do that. Do you have any people in mind you would trade for him?
I mean, who you looking at on mine?
Tell him Toxie and then trade me. I'm joking. Don't do that. He'll say no. Team Monopoly.
Let's see.
Let's say I got a few superheroes on here. I know you were going for a lot of superheroes and video game characters. I'll tell you what. How about this?
Let's say you did take some Mortal Kombaters from him.
Yeah, I took one, and that's what I was going to talk to him about. How about Sub-Zero?
Shit. See, the only thing is that it would mess with my faction.
Okay.
But I do love Sub-Zero though. Oh, I got the perfect one. The Fiend.
I really like the Fiend because I know who you want to put him with.
Come on.
Let me take a look something real quick. Because it'll have to be something more than the Jokers, because I'm not the biggest Joker fan. I think he's great, but oh, you can have the Fiend for Jason Voorhees.
Oh, that's tough.
Shit. That's
like Matt's all-time favorite slasher.
Dude. Look at my car, man. I got the Jason seat covers, Jason cup holders. And
how about we do a 4-way trade here?
Depends on who you're looking at.
So let's see. Who am I looking at is the question. What about Wonder Woman?
I could trade Wonder Woman.
Heath
Ledger, that'd be awesome.
Heath Ledger Joker and Jason Voorhees for Wonder Woman and the Fiend.
Works for me.
Sweet.
Anybody got anything else?
No, I'm good now. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. You could have had them both for Jason.
Hey. I didn't try to win the trade. I'm just getting people I like.
So am I. like I said last week, I didn't really have a what do you call it, plan going in, or a strategy.
Yeah.
And I'm looking again. If we broke up Darth Decker, would there be anyone you would want for Dr. Decker?
Oh, okay.
Because he's my number one favorite villain from a horror film of all time. Just to revisit a little bit, because I'm looking at this, and there's only 2 people that hurts me not to have. And I've got no one that I'm willing to trade for Toxie.
I'll give you. What if I gave you the tag team? Or do you only want Decker?
Only want Decker.
Okay. Let's see.
Like Darth Maul, though, would go really well with somebody that Steven's got over there with Kylo.
What about Batman?
No, I got to keep Batman because of the Keatons.
Let's see.
Again, it's totally okay if it's a no. I'm just looking at my shit and I'm like,
What about DX?
Fuck no. Fuck no. I love Dr. Decker, but you can keep him for DX.
Let's go. I'm still trying to find something here. So I'm not fully attached, but I know that you love him a lot.
I know, and you can use this against me, which I fully understand. I would do the same.
Let's see. Ash?
Fuck no. That's another one I just can't do, man.
I was gonna say me and Raz are the big huge horror movie nerds, and I knew damn well he wasn't giving up Ash.
No, he was one of my favorite picks.
Deadly Ladies.
Yeah, I give up the Deadly Ladies for them as a team.
Yeah,
I can do that. I like the Deadly Ladies, but I do have a lot of. I have a strong female. I think maybe the strongest female roster, so I can handle that. Let me go back to these guys. You just have it listed under Darth Decker?
Yeah.
And obviously not in any kind of order, so I can't find it.
They are
I see it.
towards. Yeah.
They're after Dude Love. They're right between Dude Love and Dude Nico. I might actually partner them out and break up their tag team. Which then means I've got an extra guy left over here that I may not need. Would you be interested in Darth Maul, Steven?
Possibly.
Who would you be willing to trade for Darth Maul? Let's look at it like this, because we're to the point when I know it's not going to be Toxie. So
No.
Who would you put up?
I'm a Star Wars nerd, but I'm not that big of a Star
Right. Same.
Let me see. I mean, really, I'm really digging my roster.
Not a problem. I can keep them all.
Dude, Damian Priest.
I take that.
We can do that. I can give up Damian.
Okay, yeah.
For Darth Maul.
I added a thing for Darth Maul at the bottom.
All right.
But he wasn't listed separately. And Darth Decker, I'm just going to turn it into Dr. Decker. All right. I think I'm, other than the one, for now, I'm officially settled, I think, finally.
I got one for Matt real quick. We'll see. And it's not a killer, but Tiffany Valentine.
Okay.
Who of my female roster? Rogue?
Bloody Mary.
Okay, I can do that.
Now I'm making a whole new Wyatt dynasty. I think that's what I'm going to call it.
I'm going to use Bloody Mary for it?
Yep.
Then I will not offer you a trade. Got it.
Raz was going to go for Bloody Mary.
I thought about it just simply because I've got Slender Man and I've got Jet the Killer. I thought about doing like a little stable, like an Urban Legend stable type thing. But I think I'd rather keep it in the creepypastas because, yeah, I think it'll work.
Oh, here we go. How about Tiffany Valentine and Sienna Shaw as the final girls?
Dude, that'd be hilarious. I mean, technically, Tiffany both is and isn't a final girl, depending on how you look at it. Some arguments could be made for either side, but that would be a cool one. I think I'm solid, man. I think I'm happy where I'm at now.
Who do you want for Elvira?
Fucking no one. Fuck you, buddy. That's again on my short list. That's the female side of Beetlejuice, the equivalent for me.
I'm trying to figure out.
I love Elvira way too much. She once kissed me in a cheek at a convention, and I swear I would not wash my cheek ever again, and that lasted for about a week.
Yeah, it gets a little itchy, and
yeah, it does. It's just that one little space on my cheek where the lipstick print was. Yeah. I love some Cassandra. She's such an amazing human being.
Speaking of itchy face, I got to trim my beard up a little bit.
I've actually got Cassandra and Linda Blair.
Oh wow! I have yet to meet Linda Blair.
You hear a lot of different things from different people about her, but I absolutely fucking adored her, and she runs this huge animal sanctuary thing for dogs, and it is amazing. And she actually prefers not really to talk about her time on Exorcist because it was tough for her, physically, mentally. It was a bad experience. But while I like Exorcist, my favorite thing she ever did was Repossessed with Leslie Nielsen.
I love that movie so much.
And she loved that. That's what I wanted to talk about with her. So we talked about that and her dogs, man. And I had the most fun just spending that bit of time with her talking about those things years back.
Yeah, I'm eventually going to do Repossessed on my podcast because I do love that movie.
I will 1,000,000% figure out how to make it work to jump in with you on that one. That's a huge fucking favorite of mine.
It is. It's so good. I've even
And
got
that's
that, and I think after this week I'm doing moving violations.
I will find the way to do that one with you too, because that's another fucking favorite movie of mine. I actually have it on my hard drive.
I have a physical copy, but it's in storage.
Oh yeah. Well, if you need my digital copy, I'll share it with you.
Ah, it's on YouTube, dude.
Nice, even easier.
Would you take Sir Sinister for Deadpool?
No, because I've got the Weapon X thing, man.
Ah, see, that's what you should have traded Dr. Decker for, dude.
Yep.
Should have kept that tag team together and traded them for that. Because he probably would have went for that.
Fucking Wolverine and Deadpool together, man. I literally have Wolverine and fucking Deadpool. Okay, there's no way I've given up that team.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at your Sub-Zero, Steven. I think I'm revisiting him.
I offered you Sub-Zero.
Who did you offer him for again?
I don't even remember.
Someone you already traded for.
Yeah. Let me see.
I'm only like one character away, I think, from another stable.
Would you take Ken Masters for Sub-Zero?
No, I like Sub-Zero better than I do Street Fighter.
Let's see.
Let me see who you have, and I'll.
Let's see. Do I have that already? Yeah, I do. Oh, I want to go that. Nah. It's all these little nuances, man.
I'll trade Sub-Zero for my Bloody Mary back.
I have to make sure this all adds up so I can still do my faction. Hold on.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were doing that one.
We might be in the clear though. Yeah, I can do that.
Okie doke. Bloody Mary for Sub-Zero.
And now I'm happy with my roster.
I'm definitely as happy as I can get, I think, with mine.
Oh yeah, I'm cool with mine.
I have a couple weird outliers here and there, but
Yeah.
like Aquaman, I'm not sure what to do with Aquaman yet.
Kick his ass back in the ocean. Leave him out in the sun too long, he'll dry up. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm the same way with like the with Kylo, and I think I have I got Darth Maul too. I think and that's Like I'm on them, but I still like both characters.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
and they're both, you know,
Darth Maul I like. Kylo Ren I'm still.
they're both Sith, man.
I still have a bad taste in my mouth for those last movies.
That's what she said.
Yes.
I'll send you an offer for Aquaman.
I was gonna say, actually, I think I might team Aquaman and the Creature together.
There you go.
Hey.
That could be pretty unique, you know. Because I wasn't gonna do Universal Monsters thing anyway. I was gonna put Frankenstein with someone else anyhow, so that could actually work.
You
With
want to hear
water-based.
my offer or no?
I'll hear it.
Lita.
Yep, I'll do it.
All right. I have
I
way
do
too
love
many
Lita.
females. Which isn't a bad thing, but I just got to make sure I'm balanced.
Yeah.
Now, see, if I had been paying attention, I'd have took Undertaker from you for Sub-Zero.
The only people left, people that I would want, would be he's got Undertaker and you've got Toxie. Other than that, like I'm pretty fucking happy.
How bad do you want Undertaker? Is the real question.
Who, me or Matt or
Both
Raz?
of you.
Oh, I can live without him.
Yeah, I mean, it would depend on what you'd want, honestly.
Because I know what he'd want from me.
And I know what you want from me in trade, so I can't trade you Beetlejuice. And yeah, we're at an impasse there, so I'm letting that side go.
Who do you think would be a fair trade for Undertaker?
This one would hurt me to do, actually, but I would consider it. I know you let Kane Hodder. I know you let Jason go. And it just so happens I got Victor Crowley.
Oh, he would fit in a faction with the Wyatts.
He would very much actually make more sense.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. And that one really hurts me to do because I love me some Adam Green like a lot. And like I'm going to regret this one, but I think I'll do it for Undertaker.
He would understand. It's hard to see Undertaker go, but it fits too well with my faction I'm planning.
And that's what I'm looking at. Like, is there anyone I should just let go? Like, be good with letting go to make my team work, to make the dream work. But you took Aquaman from me, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'll fix it for you. I can't even remember who he traded for that just now.
I traded Lita.
Oh, that's right. I already fixed the Lita. Okay.
It wasn't going to take much. Let's put it that way. Not for
Hey,
Aquaman.
we both benefited in the trade. I needed to get rid of a female, and you didn't even want Aquaman.
And I just figured out a cool way to use Aquaman too. That's where I'm at. Like, I'm just looking to see if there's anyone that I'd be willing to give up, even like a multiple people I'd give up. But like, I just don't know, man.
I mean, there's still a couple I'd be willing to, but it's a small list.
Yeah.
Like I'd be willing to get rid of Stone Cold for the right offer. But I also don't have many actual wrestlers on here.
Yeah, I have a good little mix.
You want Stone Cold for Sub-Zero?
Dude, you've got the perfect faction for Sub-Zero.
Oh, no. I just wanted him. Yeah, he was going to be all by himself.
Ah. Sure, we can do Sub-Zero for Stone Cold.
I never thought I uttered those words in my life, but there we go.
Are you trying to say you would never think Sub-Zero and Stone Cold would be in the same universe?
Hey, I mean, they're both cold.
I'm trying to find a way to tempt you, Steven, and I know it's gonna fucking gut me no matter what I offer you. Because I'm looking at what I got that would be on Toxie level for you, and so far I've only got 2 that I'm seeing, or maybe 3 at best that I'm seeing, and they would all gut me equally.
Is there anybody that you would want for Toxic Avenger from me?
Oh no.
Not one
Toxic
person?
Avenger is literally one of them guys. It would take a hell of a lot to get rid of Toxic Avenger
Right. Yeah.
and
I'm
and the
feeling you.
and the clowns. Like I said, the two clowns. I'm still willing to get rid of Pennywise's, but other than that, yeah, Toxic Avenger, Art, and Spalding are like the three.
Yeah.
One
And
has
I'd
you
have to give
trade-
you one of my threes in order to even touch that.
yeah.
Would you trade the Bill Skarsgård for the other Joker?
What else you got? Because I'm not a big fan of the Jared Leto Joker.
We don't have the Jared Leto Joker.
Oh, which one is it? The
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. I'm sorry. I don't even think Jared Leto did Joker, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Justice League. And a little bit in
Yeah. I
Suicide Squad.
never. Dude, I've never been able to. I ain't been able to watch any of those DC movies.
Don't watch some of them. Honestly, I have. I really feel like with Gunn in charge, I feel like they're going to get a lot better.
Probably. I would hope so. To get as long as they just been a little too CGI heavy for my liking.
Yeah. Jesus, man, the only people I can think of that would even remotely be interested. Like I can't do Beetlejuice. I just can't. And I can only even see two others that you might have interest. Well, I know you would be interested in, but I don't know if you'd be more interested in the Toxie, but they would gut me also. Fuck, this is hard. I think I'm gonna have to cut my losses on Toxie.
Possibly, because like I said, it's going to take a lot for me to get rid of Toxie.
Let me tell you who I was thinking of that you would be interested in other than Beetlejuice.
Who's that?
Ash or Elvira. Those are the only two I could even remotely consider that were.
Oh, Ash would have been close.
Yeah,
because he's my favorite horror movie of all time is Army of Darkness.
Yeah, that's one of mine too. No, I can't do it. Oh, fuck, man. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm just gonna have to settle.
I'm trying to see here still.
Oh, dude, yeah. If we had Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD, I'd be all over that shit too.
Oh yeah.
Me and Steven are huge Trauma fans, like huge fucking Trauma fans, which is why we're battling it out over Toxie right now. Because my dumbass should have taken him a lot sooner.
All right, Matt. If you want Skarsgård, Pennywise, for John Wick.
Guys are splitting up the Pennywises.
He only wanted the Skarsgård. I personally still like the Tim Curry one just because I love Tim Curry.
Me too. I love me some Tim Curry.
I wanted to part ways with the other Joker. Is there another person?
I'll give you Muhammad Ali for the other Joker.
We can do that.
You know,
I like Muhammad.
He could go real well with Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee, man.
There's another faction.
Yep. There you go.
Another member of the Fuck Around and Find Out. So Joker.
You know, I went as Beetlejuice like within the wedding outfit one year for Halloween.
Yep.
And all these fucking kids kept calling me, "Oh, look, it's a Joker."
Yep. Oh my God, happened to me too. Straight up, because a Valentine's Day event that we did, I actually got registered to marry people and wore the Beetlejuice wedding outfit for one of our Valentine's Day shows at the Haunt.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still registered to marry people, and I've married at least one couple so far as Beetlejuice.
We used to do that at the first hunt club that when I worked there. We would actually have, because like I said, it was a big farm entertainment venue, and that we had a nice little nook that we had built for weddings. And during Halloween, people would come through and they'd want a zombie wedding, so they'd have us all dressed as zombies and stand there and do the zombie thing while the people got married.
Yeah, we do allow weddings at the Haunt, and we're gonna do birthday parties now here soon too. So we're expanding.
We're gonna take birthday beatings to a whole new level.
Oh yeah. Get harassed by X amount of monsters on your birthday. We each get their own shot.
Hey, if I'm in the elevator, I get at least 30 seconds alone with you. So,
Well, you're not in the elevator anymore.
well, until the new season.
Oh, that's true.
I'm
By the way,
still
new season begins now. Technically, the new season began the day after our Valentine's Day show. Technically.
So we'll still keep it secret what I'm going to be doing next.
Oh yeah, we're not going to talk about what you're doing yet, but you know.
But I have one hell of a weapon, technically.
Yeah.
It's a very blunt object.
And you have a minion now.
I do.
Any other pros trades? Because we're nearing that time. We're at
I'm good.
almost the 2.5 hour mark here. So are we solid, or as
I'm
solid as
set.
we're going to get?
I'm set. I mean, we can always trade during the week and stuff like that, and
Yeah. We can have
Offer
midpoints during the Federation too, where we can sign new agents and drop some people we got and sign some new people too. So.
oh yeah.
All right. Well, you want to start us off, Matt? Go ahead and read your current new roster.
So my current new roster is as follows: Goldar, LA Knight, Rhea Ripley, the Deadly Ladies, Wonder Woman, Stone Cold, Lord Zed, Victor Crowley, Muhammad Ali, Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, the Birds of Prey, Jean Grey, Trini Kwan, Willy Wonka, Scorpion, Quan Chi and Noob Saibot, the Brotherhoods of Shadow, Aquaman, Liv Morgan, Chuck Norris, Tommy Oliver, The Fiend, Pennywise, Bill Skarsgård, Trish Stratus, Springtrap, Bruce Lee, Batgirl, Loki, Thor, Uncle Howdy, Becky Lynch, Beth Phoenix, Bianca Belair, Peacemaker, Sir Sinister, Robin, Ken Masters, Doink the Clown, and last but not least, Raquel Rodriguez.
Nice. Over to you, Steven.
All right, I think I've been keeping track of what I've been trading in that. So we got the Killer Clowns, Art the Clowns, Captain Spaulding, and the Tim Curry Pennywise. I've got the Cody Rhodes action figure, the Toxic Avenger, Dread Pirate Roberts, Andre the Giant, Darth Maul, Tiffany Valentine, Bloody Mary, He-Man, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, She-Hulk, Duke Nukem, Rogue, Spike from Buffy. I did get Sub-Zero back, didn't I? For Stone Cold,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yep.
Sloth from the Goonies, Freddy Krueger, The Fiend, She-Ra, Michael Myers, Blade, Leatherface, Eric Draven from The Crow, Catwoman, Asuka, Beavis and Butthead, Jason Voorhees to round up pretty much. I think I got all the big slashers. Both Jokers, Colossus, Dracula, Ghostface, Lex Luthor, La Llorona, Kylo Ren, Iron Man, Sienna Shaw from Terrifier 2, and Io Sky.
Very nice.
All I'd have to
Yes.
say is that you don't have the Fiend anymore.
Wait, did I trade the Fiend? That
Yeah.
is correct. I did.
For
Yeah,
Jason.
that is true.
Yep.
Like I said, I thought I was keeping up.
All right, so I'm sitting with Ash Williams, Bane, Batman, Beetlejuice, Cactus Jack, Creature, The Creeper, Damian Priest, Darkness, Tim Curry Darkness from Legend. I got Daryl Dixon, Deadpool, Dude Love, Dr. Decker, Elvira, Frankenstein, Ghoulie from the Ghoulies. I've got Jeff the Killer, The Outsiders, Krang from the Ninja Turtles, Lita, Someone. Mankind, Martha Jones from Doctor Who, Molly Holly. I've got Nacho Libre, Natalia, Negan from Walking Dead, Pinhead. I've got Reagan McNeil from Exorcist. I've got Rick Grimes from Walking Dead. I've got RoboCop, Hagrid from Harry Potter, Shaggy from Scooby Doo. I got DX, Slenderman, Undertaker, Valhalla, Venom. Both Jenna Ortega and Christina Ricci is Wednesday Addams. I've got Wolverine, and that rounds it out. So between now and then, we're all going to be sitting with our lists, figuring out our stables and our information. Matt's going to get us some awesome stuff, and we're going to have a new promo video to kind of give you guys a little quick taste of some of what we feel is like the top people on our teams, kind of as a promotion we're going to leak out. And then, and then we're going to get back to some color commentary action. And also take some time to explain to you guys how all this is going to work. So I think what we're going to do is the next show, see if this is cool with you, Matt. We're going to go in, we're going to figure everything out between now and then. And instead of jumping right into color commentary, I think what we should probably do is actually do the full reveal of our teams and our stables and tag teams and talk a little bit about how the new process is going to work. Because that'll probably eat up a lot of time.
Yeah.
So we'll cut some promo videos, and we'll make the next episode in 2 weeks all about premiering to you the new MMW. So it's something awesome to look forward to, guys. Other than that, if you want to close this out with our usual closing ceremonies, man.
I'm Matt.
Not that yet. You got to find out where to find us at, man.
Oh yeah. Well, you can find me on the Allight Network. On the D&D podcast. Oh crap! What's it?
Allied Adventures.
Allied Adventures.
Both shows.
SCP and Dungeons and Dragons.
Which the Dungeons and Dragons one is coming up tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern.
You can find me on the radio show as well.
Allight Radio.
Yeah, we should be coming out with pretty soon.
Yep.
And you can find me at Matt Propz on all socials and next to LA Night saying, yeah.
What about you, Steven?
You can find me always here on the Owlite Network on Wednesday, every other Wednesday, talking wrestling with Matt and Raz. You can also find me on Fridays at the Bloody Binge podcast on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Also, now you can download the Bloody Binge movie podcast from Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and so many other more places. You'll only get the audio version, but it's still pretty. I think it's still pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, I'm entertaining everybody on the Bloody Binge. This week we are doing a more modern movie, Die Influencers Die. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, so I'm interested. It's a nice little slasher with clowns.
I've actually seen this one.
Have you?
It's amusing as fuck. I got to be honest. It's very amusing.
It does. I actually have high hopes for it. Well, a lot better than the one that I watched last. Oh, was last week Chainsaw Sally? So I did like Chainsaw Sally. I had actually seen it before. I bought it from April and Jimmy years ago. So yeah, you can find me all those places and on Facebook at Stephen Stephan because Facebook sucks. Henderson. And I think that's it.
Nice. We can find me on the majority of our shows on the Allight Network. I think I'm on. At some point in time, I have made appearances on every one of our shows. I'm a regular on most of them. You can also find me at raztslasher.com, which, by the way, just did an awesome convention selling books. Got some books left over. So if horror novels are the thing for you or horror short story collections, I'm your guy. Hit me up selling signed copies of what I've got left over from the con. Otherwise, you can find me at your mom's house tomorrow morning because she makes fantastic pancakes. Don't worry, have shovel, we'll travel.
And I'm Matt.
And we're the monsters. I gave you
Hey.
I did the thing, man.
I went as soon as you did it.
Hey, that's just Mike Delay. I feel like we did really good.
We're getting there. This is the closest we've ever gotten it. So yeah, baby steps.
We just keep getting closer.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Later.
Yeah.